Levi Cross with 9 from beyond the arc. Tyler Cook with 9 from beyond the arc. Jim Fair was 7. Doug Seymour was 7. A little bit of a shootout in quarter number 1. 3 consecutive threes by Winchester when they were trailing gave them a lead that they enjoy now. 24-18, drive to the bucket, offensive foul against Lawrenceburg.
How about Andrew Haney just stepping in, drawing the charge. Just good, solid play. Sean Powell just not able to pull up in time, but well, you talked about it, Mark. You do the math. 24 points in the first quarter, the way they're shooting it in a tournament atmosphere. You're supposed to be tentative, Mark, in tournament play. You're not supposed to come out and just light it up like that.
Sean Powell in some foul trouble. That's his third. Baseline drive by Cook off the dish and threw it up a little too hard. Bumped on his way to the bucket. He'll go to the line for a couple.
Nice press offense. Start side, throw middle. Brock Ward with a nice delivery to Tyler Cook, and I guarantee you he knows how to finish plays.
Sean Snyder's second. That's the 6th on the team, both with 6. Tyler Cook at the free throw line, rolls around and in. Somebody is going to get them an awfully good player when he makes up his mind where he's going.
I ran into a couple of coaches on the way in, and a couple of college coaches I know, and I think you're right. There are a great number of people very interested in this young man, and they should be.
Makes the steal right there. Makes the good dish down low. Pulling it up in traffic is Maggart. Can't finish it, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, it's just a different team, Mark, after that three-point spurt. Just look at them. The energy, obviously they had the energy offensively, but look at what it's done for them in terms of energizing their defensive effort.
That's the observation I was going to make. Their defense certainly has picked up a notch or 2.
But I think what helps them in that is they're able to go full court and generate some things full court. And if you don't score, obviously, that's hard to put pressure on your opponent. Knocking it in, getting some scores, allowing you to get yourself set up to try to get full court pressure has been enormous for them.
Both free throws good.
Well, if you're Lawrenceburg, you really need to concentrate, get a good hoop. Get a good look at it.
Fall to the floor. Maintains the dribble. Fair. Sees the lane.
Just like that.
Took advantage of it. 9 for Jim Fair.
Now climb back in. Get some stops on the defensive end and climb back into it.
7 to go in the first half. 8-point lead for Winchester. They have the basketball. Cook open in the corner. You better not leave him alone. How does he get that wide open?
Well, one of the big keys is if you're 2-2-1 in the full court, now obviously you come up to trap, the bottom guy in the trap can't get over there quickly enough to get the hand in his face. He doesn't need a great amount of time.
He has 14 first-half points, and his ball club has an 11-point lead.
Here's the problem you have if you're Mike Pratt. You're down 11. Your team likes to play. They like to press. You're down 11. You probably need to press. The problem is if you don't find a shooter like Tyler Cook off the press, you're done.
Another steal by Cook. Goes to the bucket. Ball won't fall, but he'll go to the line for 2 chances. Put the personal on Adam Belmer. That'll be his first and the 7th on the team. So bonus the rest of the way, although this will be the 2-shot variety with 6:48 to go in the half.
I said this the last time we did Winchester. What is it that Tyler Cook can't do? I mean, he's steals, 3-point shots, passes. I mean, what exactly has he not done? And we have 6:48 left in the first half.
Credit these coaches and their staffs and these kids for persevering through some trying times over the past few days with how their schedule's been altered, all the traveling and everything.
That's a great point.
Keeping them focused, ready to play, legs fresh, all that.
That's a great point because you're ready to play on Friday. You can't play Saturday. Now you've got to alter your routine. Great defensive effort, forces a bad shot.
Gloss on the miss for Lawrenceburg. 33-20. 6 minutes, 27 seconds left of the first half. Winchester in command. Cook baseline. Knocked away out of bounds. They'll keep it. Good defensive pressure by Doug Seymour. Stepping over
nice
to make the
job
block.
to step in, but at some point, you're down 13. If you're Lawrenceburg, you got to make a decision if you're going to stay in that zone and continue to cover it the way you have.
Lob in the corner to Cook from the right elbow. No, but a foul. Personal. That one goes.
I've said this. He's not all just off the catch. He can put the ball on the floor, a couple dribbles, and be dangerous with it.
Belmer with a personal, his second, 9th team foul. Cook right back at the free throw line, looking to add to his 16-point individual total. Shows a bit of a human side there by clanging it off the back of the rim.
I think I'd take him out. He missed a free throw. Come on now. He's done everything else perfectly.
You just won't find too many basketball coaches with the intensity on the sidelines of Chip Mahaffey.
No, you won't. And that's good. I think that's a good thing.
Some guys don't coach that way. They don't like it. They say it's too over the top. But you know what? For Chip Mahaffey, that's what works for Chip Mahaffey.
Well, you always tell coaches, young coaches, coach your personality. Be you. And don't put on any airs. Don't try to be something you're not. Be you. But Chip, his kids respond to him. I mean, that's the good thing about it.
Well, and next year, Coach, he'll have 300 reasons why it works.
Oh.
In 19 and 20 seasons of coaching, 300 wins. That tells you what he can do.
There's no question. Once again, the pressure. And I talked about it. They got to the finals a year ago by locking in and playing you half court, full court, putting pressure on you. Same thing tonight. They have done a wonderful job of disrupting what Lawrenceburg does.
Timeout on the floor, 34-20, Winchester in command. 6:05 left in the second quarter on IHSAAsports.org. 6:05 left in period number 2, 34-20, 14-point advantage for Winchester. They had a 3-point onslaught as they trailed by a couple in the first quarter. Hit 3 consecutive threes, and that kind of run will get you in front in a hurry.
Well, what it did, they were down, if you think about it. Right. They were down 6, made the run, got up, and didn't just get to the point where they got a lead. They bumped it up in a hurry.
Baseline drive, shut off his cross. To Ward to Cook, knocked away from behind, there with a finish, and one, Clayton Briggs.
Well, what happens in the zone, Mark, is when you have to rotate to stop a cutter, somebody who cuts, catch, drive, you forget sometimes that you got to get a body on somebody. The rotations are already out of whack because of the penetration. That's the case right there, and Clayton Briggs is the recipient of no block out.
Briggs and Morrison off the bench for 8 points for Winchester. Well, that always makes you feel good when you get into the latter stages of the tournament when you start getting production off the bench.
Well, but that's what they did a year ago. I mean, they're a deep team.
Foul on Tyler Cook. That'll be his second.
Yeah. And Chip is just beside himself. Because, here's your star committing a foul about 75 feet away from the basket. And that's his second foul, too, with 5.5 left in the half. And you got to give him a rest. I mean, you got to take him and you got to sit him down and say, look, we got to have you on the court. I mean, we cannot have you making those kinds of mistakes of judgment because we need minutes out of it.
Right. And, at some point that foul may be committed somewhere down the road when the ball game's a lot tighter. That's the message you got to send
I think what you tell guys like Tyler Cook is, look, if you're going to commit fouls, let's have them be on the offensive end when you're going to the hoop or going for a rebound. But don't commit fouls on the defensive end that make no sense.
80 feet away from the bucket.
Absolutely.